Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Today we have some breaking news updates on the crypto market, guys, as quite a lot is happening. So one of the first things that you guys need to see is our perfect rejection on the S&P and on Bitcoin. Yes guys, I already told you all that this could happen again today, and I told you guys a couple of things which are kind of interesting in the sense of how perfectly they came out to be true. Now, one of the most important things here, guys, is that the narrative of this video would have been very different depending on how late I uploaded this. In the sense that if I recorded this video about 1 hour earlier, the narrative would have been significantly different than me making a video right now at 19 minutes past 9 on the UTC+1. Why is that so? Well, because if you check back, about an hour ago, things were really looking bullish, and I would have most likely told you exactly this. What I would have told you was the moment the S&P breaks $4,500 on the upside, theoretically speaking, right, we could open a long on S&P. We're not doing anything with that. But as it coincides in some interesting way, shape, or form, let's actually open this on a UTC+1 as well to make them together. Coincidentally, at around the same time, oh, you guys can't really see it properly here. I guess we could just watch it here. At around the same time, about 8:15 basically, you can see for the Bitcoin price, we were getting at least up to this point here that I basically have been telling you guys about for the last couple of days or for Bitcoin. And it was basically both of the critical points, right? I have not drawn this in today, nothing of this chart. The only thing I've drawn in is, and guys, I'm a little bit sorry if you actually can't see some of this stuff properly. Wait, let me actually fix that, guys. All right, just for a little second, I'm not going to show my face here to make sure that you guys can see everything on the charts that needs to be seen. Because once more, a little summary, guys, what we've seen on the S&P is a perfect rejection. But we are basically waiting for $4,500 to be broken. It didn't, it got rejected, and right now we're most likely looking to retest that level. However, exactly on the same time, Bitcoin was facing its most important resistance at about 38.7 thousand. We've talked about this a little bit ago, how we retested a couple of times and we needed to break it, and once we broke it, we would open up a long position, and every time we touched it and did not break, we should have a short position open. And by the way, anybody who's been watching the channel for at least a couple of days right now knows that I've told everybody that I think it's a very smart idea to open up a short position at 38.7 thousand, and if you did, that would have been about 5% profit. And again, guys, I do these trades over on Bybit. Link is down below for that, with 10x leverage, leading to about a 53% profit on this trade right now if you took it towards the bottom. But of course, guys, we didn't try that. We took it towards the 34.5-ish. It's a little bit above this basic point line, as that's again what I described to you guys yesterday as our ping pong area. Now, unfortunately, you might have actually lost one of the trades. As I said, what you might want to do is try to play ping pong here and actually long every time we hit this bottom. Now, unfortunately, if you did not cash out at about 2% or so worth of profit, it would have broken through it and you would have most likely been hit with a stop loss. But if you went in long again, once we got a confirmed, I guess, break in again, we get into our little ping pong area, could have opened up another short position, I guess the moment that this one closed, so right around here, and gotten yourself another 2.5% profit before right now opening another short towards the bottom potentially, as that's basically the ping pong little area. Right now you can see we are a little bit in overbought territory. We were that a little bit before already, but it's mostly because the S&P is falling down right now, and depending on where the S&P is going to close, guys, a short or long position is smart. Let me make one thing clear. Right now, since we have fallen already, it's not a smart idea to play the ping pong game. The ping pong game is only a smart idea if you're doing my longer term strategy, which is basically that we have a short position open to hedge against our longer positions and our crypto buys. Or if you are basically selling right at the top with your conditional order, for example, placed up front, or a just limit, I guess, with a stop loss a little bit above it, and you're going to try time it perfectly. Right now, it's too risky of an entry. We can't really do that. And again, you guys already know what our second plan is going to be, depending on whether or not you shorted. We're going to turn that all around the moment that we do break through with some confirmation and open up a long position. Once more, guys, the moment that the charts look like this, green with another very big green afterwards, we're opening up a long position on every single freaking pair that we can get our hands on. Right now, there's a multi-day, I believe, downtrend for Bitcoin actually that that we're facing, that we're trying to break through. And actually, I didn't even want to talk about the Bitcoin price in this video, but things were just I meant uptrend when I just talked about it, by the way. There's a multi-day uptrend here. You can see it actually did not move in the exact way which most people had anticipated, but you can clearly all see that there's indeed a very nice, juicy little uptrend going on for the Bitcoin price right now with a little bit of a strange day, but I guess we're hopefully going to close above $38,100 on Bitcoin. That would be juicy. However, on the longer term, we're facing actually a very significant downtrend, and right now we're also on pace to actually break through in that regard, depending on how hard we go over the next couple of hours/days. It's not drawn in perfectly right here, but you guys get the drift of what the trend line looks like a little bit over the last couple of weeks here, all the way dating back to November 1st or so. And right now we're basically on target to hopefully break through in the next couple of days. That could be very, very freaking juicy, guys. And that's, again, where a lot of volatility is most likely going to be coming from. So, yeah, we are definitely excited for that. All right, so summary real quick. Once more, guys, this is not in any way, shape, or form financial advice. These are just my thoughts and my thoughts alone. We do not necessarily have to win following the things that I do here, but I generally think that, doing what we do will end us up with more profit in the end of things. Then again, that does mean you have to consecutively listen to what I have to say and then do your own research on top of that, as it still requires a lot of other principles that we cannot talk about in these videos. So once more, don't just trust me. Make sure you do your own due diligence properly. All right, and we're back. Long time no see. All right, guys, by the way, if you're watching this video right now and you are enjoying the daily crypto news, make sure you press that like button. I wanted to say I also need to get myself a light because it depends on what hotel I'm in, right? Some of them actually have a light on the desk, some of them don't. And right now, this one didn't have a proper lighting setup. It's only a really annoying light. And so I decided to not have any forward-facing light for I don't know what reason. And I could use a phone. All right, it's definitely possible, but yeah, I did that a couple of times. The result was not worth it to actually make the entire annoyance with the phone. So yeah, a couple of days, I'll most likely have it. All right, then let's go over some news in rapid speed. Sorry if I'm messing up the microphone a little bit. Warner Music Group collaborates with the Sandbox to create first music-themed world. Very big news, not really too much to talk about in that sense. It's just Warner Music getting into the Metaverse realm. What will come out of this, we'll have to see. A lot of this is just a quick money grab and a quick attention grab for being the first. But it is huge in a sense that to the freaking Metaverse, man, it's so insane. In that same sense, we also have, of course, Apple, which has said that they see a lot of potential in it. Now, by definition, Metaverse and crypto are not one-to-one, as the Metaverse can literally have nothing to do with crypto if they don't want it that way. A Roblox, a freaking Minecraft, you can kind of consider everything a universe in that sense that's online. It just depends on exactly what project we're talking about. But the overall, I'm going to say, underlying technology will be blockchain related, I think, after a good while. And I think also, since there's going to be so much that are connected to crypto, it's a very bullish move for it, if you ask me. We're going to go through the news in rapid pace, guys, because a lot of you guys have make shorter videos. So less in-depth, but more news in one video. So let me know down below if you like this as well. Make sure you press the like button too. I'm trying to get to 1,000 likes on this video. Let's get that done. Shopify CEO Toby Lütke to join the board of Coinbase Crypto Exchange. Very big news yet again. Very huge for crypto. I'm not exactly sure how capable he is, but Shopify CEO is always good to get at Coinbase, right? Then again, Coinbase is a major exchange that I don't really know exactly how they want to integrate a Shopify CEO into, exactly what that means and what they want to go for. But once more, they're not just doing this because they want to eat some cake and apples together. No, they're doing this because they know they need to grow the freaking business. They want to either have this spearhead there for spearheading growth or because of status. As we see with Ripple, for example, Rosie Rios is not only there because she has worked with currencies half her life and she's the treasurer of the United States. It's also partially for the status and the fact that you're going to less quickly mess around with a company and doubt a company that has a person of that high status inside of it. And again, like I've stated before, you can't really say a company is messing up with knowing anything about currencies when you have the little, how do I say this? Rosie Rios basically over in Ripple. I don't think there's many people in this world who know more about currencies than she does. So you can't really tell them, you're not a currency. If Rosie Rios says you're a currency, the chance is pretty high. Or specifically, if she's your team, there's a very high likelihood that you've got the right sources to make that conclusion for yourself. So I think it's also for that part. All right. SEC approves first national blockchain-powered Boston security token exchange. The Boston Security Token Exchange has been cleared to begin offering pricing and market data built on the blockchain technology. And this is going to be interesting. SEC has given the nod for that, which is very surprising to me. I didn't expect them to do so. Then again, I guess they kind of couldn't say no because it really doesn't have to do with crypto in that literal sense of they're not, making money on unregistered securities. It's just a security token exchange. In a strange sense, it's a very smart step, I think, for crypto because it shows the SEC something that they could not say no to, as there's really no good reason to say no. A joint venture between Boston Options Exchange and crypto tokenization firm T0 has been granted regulatory approval to operate a bourse utilizing blockchain tech for its settlement and market data. I think it's a very nice step because, again, the more that we get in under the SEC, the more we can say, hey, but this was allowed, why is this not allowed? So it's like building the fundamentals of some. I think that's very smart. Yeah, I like it. All right, Trezor. I actually didn't read this article yet. I wanted to, but I forgot. Trezor responds after YouTuber hacks his hardware wallet, recovering $2 million in crypto. I actually have the video open on my phone. I didn't watch it either because I saw it in my recommended. I was like, hey, what is this? But I honestly didn't really expect that he hacked a Trezor. I just saw him saying he got his $2 million back for some strange reason. Apparently, he hacked a Trezor wallet to get his money back after he lost the PIN. Now, first of all, what? How can you lose your PIN? Guys, for anybody that has a hardware wallet or for anybody that doesn't, the link down below will lead you to Ledger. Wow, I had a little brain fart right there. That's the one I personally think is the best because I've known it the best. That's basically why. There might be other ones that are even better, but this is the one that I personally know and use and that everybody that I know uses. Check it out, link down below. Buy it if you don't have one yet. I think that's pretty good advice, solid advice. It's like, buy a safe wallet. Is that financial advice? I mean, be safe with your money. I mean, it's just a logical thing to say. Like, make sure you grab yourself some water so you don't die. Is that financial advice? I don't think so. Is that life advice? Yeah, I guess, but it's like logical stuff. All right, point being, if you ever get yourself such a thing, though, just understand that you are responsible for anything. And that's, again, the good side and the bad side of being your own bank. Nobody can screw you over except for you, all right? And a lot of my friends have said, I don't want to be the one to screw me over because I'm the highest likelihood one to do that. Point being, they don't want to go for a hard wallet. I personally think as long as you are taking care of your stuff, it's the safest way in the world to store your money. As long as you, again, take care of your own stuff. But you are literally going to look out for yourself the best, I would always think. But again, that's just me, though. I would personally maybe also suggest to put it in some sort of vault somewhere, very deep inside the mountains or somewhere. I don't know, fly to Switzerland and hide it in some freaking mountains. That's what somebody told me before. All right, maybe I've done that. Bitcoin network transaction volume surpasses Amex, research shows. In a new report, crypto investment NYDIG found the Bitcoin network has surpassed $3 trillion in transactions last year. Cool, right? MicroStrategy to hold second edition of Bitcoin for corporations, which is a really strange one. MicroStrategy's second Bitcoin conference would have panelists from Coinbase, Paxos, and other top crypto firms. So, not exactly sure why it kind of makes it seem like it can only be for corporations or so. It's just another conference where they're going to tell people about why you should buy into their stock, kind of. So, it's just like any other conference, really. You might say, yeah, but it's a Bitcoin. Yes, but ultimately that's also what they make the money with. So, yeah, it's good for Bitcoin, better for MicroStrategy stock, hopefully. And of course, it's needed as well as they have their earnings call, and that's going to be a really daunting one pretty shortly here. So, and also, again, MicroStrategy is very much biased. It's the same thing as saying, if you're buying into something really severely, right? Let's say, for example, I don't know, green socks. Green socks water, right? A new water company. You're biased to always be bullish about that specific water, basically, because you own the majority of it, or not necessarily that, but you have a very big stake in it. Now, regardless of whether or not that's actually the best water, you have a very high bias, literally, to keep promoting that specific thing. So we might all say, oh, look at how good this person is promoting the use of water, this green socks water. Wow, that's so amazing. Yeah, but obviously, he's also making a ton of freaking money that way, and that's his literal business model to keep promoting that stuff. So he's never going to turn bullish on it, even though some signs might showcase it. And same thing for MicroStrategy. Same thing for like an Apple CEO or stuff like that. You're going to be bullish on whatever you're going to basically put your money where your mouth is. And these guys are very, I guess, the spearheads in that sense. And they probably won't change. So don't expect him to all of a sudden be bearish when the whole business model is being bullish. my thoughts. Oh, apparently there's a couple of talks about this. Representative Tom Emmer interested in receiving part of his salary in Bitcoin, apparently. Okay. Cardano to further expand his DeFi ecosystem with the launch of 8x DEX. I don't know too much about this. I saw a couple of guys over on Twitter excited about it. I personally literally do not care. As Cardano will keep expanding, right now it's making the first steps towards the right direction. It's not doing so good for the price, so who cares about this? It's like it just needs to set some fundamentals in, and right now this is a slow process. And then U.S. Senator, America Competes Act is a direct attack on crypto industry. Government is picking winners and losers. Well, we covered before how this is a 50-50. But I'll make another video shortly in a couple of days, I think, going further into depth about everything that surrounds it. As there's a couple of new pieces of information that we need to kind of compile together about things that Cynthia Lumas have said, but also things that, for example, Tom Emmer have said, and kind of bundle those things together and draw a better conclusion of what Gary Gensler and the SEC is doing as well for the crypto realm, as there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button. And if you didn't enjoy the video, let me know down below why not, so we can, go and fight.